Yo everybody, and welcome to another video, and let's talk today about the update that is coming in the next month in May, just basically tomorrow. And there's also been an announcement. There's been another announcement on the announcement, and most likely it's all about the premium pass, but next month update will hold more things. So without further ado, let's just continue on. I will go briefly over all the topics for anybody who doesn't care about much of my opinion, who just want to see what's going on and have a quick review on it. And then afterward, I will just go over things in more depth. So if you're interested, then just watch a little bit longer. Otherwise, feel free to just listen to the first part of it. So what's up everybody, and this is going to be done. Balance changes, new cards, hero league improvements, premium pass, extra deck slots, and FAQ, whatever. Alright, so what is going on with the balance changes? For example, we have Green Gill Serpents will get a nerf. Ability now buff a surrounding friendly dragon instead of a friendly dragon on the board. So I'm playing in Hero League most likely with my main account. And then Green Gill plus other dragons is not really that big of an issue. So from Diamond, Platinum, Hero League, most likely I won't expect anything to change much. But in the lower leagues, the game tends to be a bit slower and more dragons will be played. And then this card will definitely get a lot more value. So I enjoy that this is gonna be getting a small nerf, or at least make it a bit more mastery, right? Because you need to plan around where to play what. Right, so the next one, Armed Schemers, now costs 6 mana down from 7. And also its main strength lowers to 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is gonna be meta or whatever. But at least people can start experimenting with it and have some fun. 7 mana is really expensive. And yeah, I see more pull and push abilities. I'm just a simple man, I like that, but I don't think this will change much, at least not in the higher leagues. Lower leagues, these cards might see a bit more play. Alright, next one, Swarm Callers. This is a big one, now costs 3 mana down from 4, and also its strength is a little bit down. But you actually have to focus on buffing, so you can play a lot of satires as Swarm, so getting this up and running a bit more easier is probably a good thing. So yeah, do we gonna see much? I think a lot of people will try to use another Swarm Rush. Like the Swarm Rush we see, like the most famous at the moment is Reckless Rush. And well, that's basically because Swarm Callers was nerfed and then Devastators was introduced. So basically they just swapped out. And now Swarm Callers is back, diversifying the aggro Swarm meta a little bit, hopefully. At least we will see. And next one is Boomstick Officers. Its ability deals 1 more damage. Like, what? That's amazing, right? Yeah, most likely this will still be a meme card. And also hits the closest enemy behind instead of a random enemy. Yeah, I would say the farthest enemy, like the enemy closest to your own baseline, is actually the best one to hit. Because then you can play this a bit more aggro. But hey, let's just continue on. So for the nerf compensation, well, I just want to say only Green Gill Serpents will be getting a nerf compensation. So if you can, if you have it on the yellow border, feel free to upgrade it. So you will get a bit more rewards. And you won't feel sorry. Green Gill Serpents is still a very viable card. Anyway, new cards. 2 new cards been joining the Winter Pact faction. So there's another 2-drop. Well, that's huge, right? Another 2-drop is a lot of impact. And what does it do? It's a common, and on play frees itself, and it has 0 movement. So what does this mean? Well, normally if you play, for example, a Lawless Herd, you play the card and next turn it starts moving. Now it stays stationary for 2 turns. So very good defensively, and well, might trigger things as well for Mistwives, but not that interesting. Like the card art looks a bit like a feline meets a frostling. Like a feline that was frozen to death and then now it's awakened or whatever. Little bit of Game of Thrones vibes. But I think it's interesting. The funny thing is that the hard counter is Savannah from your opponent. since it can just eat it up for free. So not want to use this in a mirror match too easily, because you might get bushwhacked because a lot of people are running Savannah. But stat wise, well, it's really decent, right? +1 on Lawless Herd. And Winter wants to stall the games. Well, this card actually defends pretty well since it doesn't move. So in front of your baseline it will just annoy opponents even more. And it doesn't trade that easily for most units like Westwind Sailors or whatever. Alright, next one. We got Glacier Palace. At the start of your turn, randomly freeze the most forward enemy unit. It's basically like a true shot post. And, well, 4 mana, so you cannot play it as turn 1. That will be insane if you have a 3 mana and then your opponent cannot move forward anyway. So this will hopefully bring back some Winter Pact freeze synergies. Wisp Cloud, Savannah, or even Midwinter Chaos might become good, right? If this freezes something, Midwinter Chaos slows the game down even more. And then just holds your opponent at their own baseline. Well, what I think happens if you play this card and it is already frozen, it will just freeze another unit that's the most forward. It won't freeze another frozen unit. That's what I'm expecting. Would it make sense? Stat wise, 4 to 8 was decent. So Siege Breakers can kill it, Execution can kill it. I think that's necessary, otherwise there's like no counter to this card. But we might see even more Siege Breakers if this thing starts rolling out and becomes somewhat meta. Alright. So, shop offers. $10. You get some copies. Do whatever you like, man. Alright, Heroes League improvements. So we have issued quite some Hero Leagues improvements in April already and are monitoring their impact before pushing up new changes. That being said, well, there's a lot of community concerns. Yes, I hear as well. I'm also a Hero League player and it's very frustrating if you only win 2 crowns and you lose like 20 crowns. So I think they just want to tackle it. So you won't lose more than 10 hero crowns and you always win 5 or more. So basically you have to have a 66% win rate minimum, and then you are stationary. So I think this will lead to more play, because you can just grind for more crowns. So actually farming crowns has become a thing, because a 66% win rate is very doable, as we have seen with people who are now running the top 10 Hero League with a win rate over 90%. So this will be a huge change. A lot of people will be less frustrated, but there will also be like time investment will become a huge deal of becoming the number 1. Not sure if I'm a big fan of that, because I'm not playing 4 or 5 hours a day to be a number 1. I will just do whatever. But if there are more people alive, people a bit more casual, less stressed out, that would be great. So I don't think this is good for really the competitive scene, since it will just be, well, the person with the most time actually wins. But hey, if we can get something like the playground from Diamond 1 back, I'm a happy man. So now here we have the Premium Pass. So yesterday this was released and there was a lot of controversy about the $10 price tag. And this morning Sheepyard has done another announcement, and it's actually reduced now to $8. So that's a reduction of 2 or a raise of $3 over the $5 it was up till now, except the first month where it was also $10. So what do we get from the Premium Pass? Well, normally we get like the calendar and you get the premium rewards, but now we get additional stuff like no more ads for the month. Well, I enjoy that. I really hate ads. The coin cap is raised to 700 for the month. Well, that's like 200 more, if I am correctly, or 300 more. I don't even know. I don't get coin cap. This will help with more people playing Stormbound. I'm not sure if it's actually very healthy for people, like player fatigue and just people getting addicted on playing Stormbound. Well, there are the things in life you need to do, and if you have like 4 hours to reach a coin cap, I'm not sure if that is a very healthy thing. But for the Stormbound scene in general, if this raises the concurrent users, so more active users at all points of time, well, this will definitely help with the matchmaking and more player engagement in the game. So that's the upside of it. The friend limit is raised to 200 from 100 for the month. Yeah, so they reduced it to 100 because with the new addition to the friend list, there was a lot of bugs. Apparently they solved it somehow, and now it's possible to get 200. Still not the 500 or 600 that I had prior to the nerf 200. Like, I removed most of the friends because I couldn't do any friendlies on my stream. But, well, getting it to 200 is a bit more convenient, I guess. Yeah, I don't think there are a lot of people, and I also read that Brazosa said there were like a handful of people who actually are above the 100 friend list. So most likely those are the streamers and the people who play a lot of equal matches. So, well, it's nice for them if they also have the premium pass, right? So another big one that I was hoping for a long time, 6 extra deck slots for the month. Any extra deck after the month cannot be played, only stored or removed. So you have to pay the premium pass, otherwise the deck slots become inactive again. But 6 deck slots, yes, it's very great. Like, I currently have like 13 deck slots because I bugged the game and, well, did some tricky nasty stuff. But now it actually becomes legit. So yeah, I'm happy that they actually added more. And if it's after premium pass, yes, there is after the premium pass. So I see a lot of concerns there from people who say like, yeah, why do this? And, well, I understand it. Like, I wouldn't be happy either way. There will be a way to buy deck slots. Yeah, personally I would have loved that if like the starting amount would have been a bit higher. Maybe after level gate, or just with 10 and then at level 12, level 14 and level 17 or something you get another deck slot. So people actually need to diversify their deck collection to ramp up their base health. Things like that would also be a nice motivation. But getting extra deck slots on top of that in the premium pass, well, I think it's fine if you look at that. Look at this that way. All right, the next one, 10% discount on any Brawl matches. The Brawl calculator has been updated. So, well, that makes, but it's nice, right? 10% discount. So what will it be? This is the Brawl calculator on Stormbound at kitty.com. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. So now there is like a checkmark, premium pass. And if we check it out, then 10% Brawl discount has been calculated. And also the 700 coins cap. So we see like things become cheaper. 0, this was 20, now 15, this was 50, right? It was 50 and now 45. So not much of a change there. This was 100 and now 90, and then 150, 200, 250, 300, etc, etc. So it's a small reduction, easily to get those rewards. So if you have a premium pass, it's just a little bit more worthy. Alright, the next one will be the increased daily check-in calendar rewards for the month, as always. So this is how it's currently, this is how it would be now. So there's a really slight uptick in the total rewards for the free rewards, but mostly the premium gets a bigger buff. And there was someone who put them next to each other. So on the top we got the new one, and below we got the old one. So the coins go up with 600, the rubies go up with 55, fusion stones go up with 4, and I think the rest all stays the same. So a little bit more rewards for premium pass users. So you can also see, like, normally it was like 100 and now it's 150, this was 10 and now it's 15, and this was 2 and now it's 3. So those have been increased to compensate a little bit for the higher price tag. So the extra deck slots on top of the 6 deck slots we get from Premium Pass, there will also be 3 extra deck slots that can be bought for all players. Well, initially they wanted to sell it for 250 rubies each. Well, people got mad about it, and I can't blame them. Like 250 rubies for me, who has already been playing for so long and has farmed resources for over a year. Well, I can spend it, but for most people, you just want to have an extra deck slot. 9 is really limited. Like, I would even say like starting with 12 would be way better. because it's just so annoying if you cannot have a multiple deck list. But what they have done now, if I remember correctly, they put the first deck slot for 50 rubies, so that's a 200 rubies discount. And the second one is 150 rubies. And then the third deck you can buy is 250. So I will definitely check all these three out. But at least I'm happy that the 50 rubies is somewhat doable for newer players, free-to-play players. And have some sort of quality of life bonus. Yeah, I will still like if Shipyard would do something with the level gate. And then the progression goes on and people can actually get more deck slots that way. Be introduced with it just as a completely free to play. It doesn't matter that much, right? If you get 9, 10 or 11, 12 decks. Like people want always more decks. Now I have 13 decks and I still want more decks. So yes, that's gonna be it. Alright, so when is the update going to be released? The balance change will be deployed with the season reset as usual. The 2 new cards will be available from May 7th. So no 2 releases, they will just pop in at the start of the month, 2 cards. Yeah, I'm not sure if I will buy these though. But I will try to get the release. I will go for the premium pass. So I guess this is gonna be it for the small update. So if I have to say something else, not that much to say anymore about the balance changes. Like it's really minor. Like there are 2 new cards, but those cards won't see a lot of play immediately in the meta. So I would like to have balance changes a little bit more. So the balance changes will actually switch out the meta a little bit. But for most people, nothing will happen besides Swarm Callers. So there's only one buff, but it also is strength reduction. So who knows how it will balance each other out. So I think the meta for this month will be definitely the same as the meta for the next month, wherever you are. The nerf compensation is always nice. Yeah, I don't think I have to say too much for these 2. I'm a bit scared of Glacier Palace, to be honest. This might be snowballing, and in the past we have seen a lot of Winter Pact freeze decks, and I had literally a match that took 75 minutes. And well, I'm scared that will happen ever again. Obviously this only freezes 1. They might just increase it to 2 units if this doesn't do anything, but I'm thinking it's a smart choice to only freeze 1 unit. That needs to be enough. And if it's good enough, I don't know. It's weird, right? Because it doesn't really add value immediately, like True Shot Post does, of the Heart, or any other unit that gives strength or deals damage. It actually enables you to do synergies that Winter Pact has a lot of problems to do, since, well, the only cheap freeze cards are Icicle Burst and Frost Hexers. So not much you can do there if you are not cycling those within your hand with Wisp Cloud. And now you can place this one, control the game a little bit, and then snowball from that point forward. And then also, like, these cards, I think for the releases Shipyard has done recently with adding new cards, I think these 2 cards are actually will be some of the most impactful. Like Ice Flakes will definitely see play in my decks. Like I just like value and I like stalling, or not stalling, I like controlling the game, and then well, come back and then just defeat my enemy with overpowering value. And Ice Flakes does that for me. And Glacier Palace, well, it helps with synergy and a lot more deck possibilities. So that's good stuff. Yeah, nothing to add on the shop offers. I'm still not sure if the $10 is actually worth it. But if you just don't want to spend that much money on the game, definitely go for the premium pass, because there you get such an amount of rewards. Even though its price tag is increased to $3. It's still relatively to all the other shop offers the most value you can get out of any money you spend in it. Yeah, Hero League. I'm trying to get in the Hero League top 10 this month. Probably don't even play enough. And I think the next month people will just go mad with this. So we might see a whole different kind of top 10 next month compared to this month and the previous month. Yeah, in the premium pass, it was interesting because a lot of people, a lot of people were basically writing in Discord server where I'm also active, because it just doubled the price tag, right? There was a lot of hate, and people didn't understand why it was increased this much, or people were suggesting, do a premium pass in gradations, like the old premium pass and the premium pass plus, which is basically this one with more rewards and even more perks. But Shipyard chose to do one and all. I think it makes sense. They just want to deliver an offer people will just buy monthly. Will it give them a steady revenue as well? Something to build upon, like all those daily shop offers and what stuff. Like, you don't know if people will buy it, and they will fluctuate way more than just a steady premium pass income that the company can actually build on. They can see the number grow or decline, and they can adjust it afterwards. So for example, if the $8 will see a decline and netto at the end of the line, Shipyard will sell less. Definitely the month afterwards they will try to tweak it, because they will only want to see the premium pass holders go up, at least the amount of money they get from it. So they will always try to tweak this and make this the most efficient for themselves. And as for the value, yeah, for me personally, the $10 wouldn't even be that bad, because I can afford it. It is a steep price if you compare it, like $10 here is like $120 in a year. Well, for $120 you can buy other games, right? And you have a lot of fun with those games as well. True. But it's a free-to-play game, and yeah, I'm not a big fan of free-to-play monetization scheme, but I have somewhat accepted it for Stormbound. And if you compare the $10 with the other shop offers, it was still way more rewards than you can get any other way in Stormbound. Well, if it's worth it for you, well, that's something you have to decide for yourself. Like, one of the perks I really enjoyed is the no more ads. I really hate watching ads for switching quests. Just the daily cards. Well, also sometimes I do watch the ads on mobile when I'm playing. Most of the time I'm multitasking with something else. But it's always stupid to watch a stupid advertisement I don't care for. And well, this will also, no more ads, will also cost Shipyard money, right? Because I don't know how much they make on 1,000 ads, if it's like €5 or whatever. And a lot of people use premium ads. They will also lose revenue. So that needs to be compensated with the price tag. Perhaps the $8 is better now. But that's something to also keep in mind. Yeah, the discount, that might be interesting. The increasing daily check calendar, it makes sense. I don't think there was a lot of emphasis on the increase. Like, there should be more like, oh, this has increased from like 1,200 to 1,800, like a 50% increase in coins. That would be better in communicating what the new premium pass would hold. But yeah, I don't know, nothing to add on that part. And the deck extra slots, yeah, I've talked about it enough. I think this game needed to start with more than 9 deck slots, but it was just an UI thing. Like on mobile, 9 deck slots just fitted perfectly. They just needed to add a scroll bar or something else that makes it nice, that you can see more decks actually. So yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of putting everything behind the purchase. At least I'm happy that they reduced at least to 50 rubies, so people can now enjoy 10 deck slots fairly easy. But yeah, other ways to get deck slots, still we get like 6 and then 9, so that will only be 18. I'm not sure why we cannot have like 30 deck slots. It isn't that hard, right? It isn't that much more data that's going over to the servers and stuff. Like, I would like 30 deck slots, and I'm willing to put more resources in. But I'm also aware that a lot of people who are starting the game out, they want to get new deck slots as a reward of reaching certain leagues or reaching certain base health, or like getting a certain milestone in the Brawl. Like those will be like a goal they can achieve, and that will motivate players throughout their game experience to continue on. And it's a nice addition on rewarding the players for achieving such a goal. So this was the extended version part. Hope you enjoyed, and feel free to let me know what you think about it. And I hope I will see you next time. Cheers!